strengthen your aura, Kriya. But today we're specifically going to embody our queen energy, our sovereign, is this idea of a queen she doesn't step into her power, her true sacred power, by putting up all of these boundaries or being forceful. It's about her presence, right? Her magnetic energy. And last night in class, I was sharing about my trigger character, the character that really triggers me, and it's this evil queen on Game of Thrones. And I'm like, oh, I can't stand her. And so then the lesson we did last night was talking about how those triggers are oftentimes pointing us to our shadow, right? And at first I didn't understand that. I was like, how am I supposed to integrate the evil queen and be okay with? I don't want to be the evil, but it's not the evil queen. It's the archetype of the queen. It's the queen distorted is what's triggering me. At some point, I was under the impression that queen energy, right, bringing that to the table is not acceptable. It's too much, whatever. And so the idea is we use that trigger, we find it, it's like, oh, the queen archetype. I'm supposed to bring that back on board, but not the evil, manipulative, conniving queen. It's the queen and her presence and her power. And so I thought, that makes a lot of sense. Let's put the aura, right, the queen energy in our aura. So that's what we're going to sort of channel in today. And so first we're going to tune in. So just find that comfortable seated position. Allow yourself to arrive, right? So if that feels better with those hands on the knees and grounding down, if you're ready to go ahead and go into prayer pose, whatever feels right for you right now, just elongate through the spine, find the crown of your head, find the base of your spine connecting to that pelvic floor. And you don't have to pull up really hard or anything like that, but just connect to the base of that spine. And then as you are sitting nice and elongated, you're going to start drawing the breath in through your nose. Allowing that breath to fully expand the lungs on all sides, feeling the expansion of your rib cage. Relaxing those shoulders down, relaxing your jaw. Feeling that openness in your chest. And just sensing where you are right now. So you're going to tune into your energy right now, and you're going to keep seeing how it's shifting throughout class. All right, so when you're ready, you're going to go ahead and bring your hands into prayer pose. So palms are touching, thumbs are lightly pushing into that sternum right there in the middle of your chest, middle of your breastbone. Keep that long, lengthened spine. Okay. And just keep breathing nice and deep in through your nose. Slowly out through your nose. And it's never a have to, but if you feel safe, if it feels good, your eyes are closed down. And you're bringing your eyes as if you were going to look right up in between your eyebrows, that third eye gaze. All right, so we're going to tune in with 3 repetitions of Ong Namo Guru Dev Namo. And this is just honoring your inner teacher, your connection to divine wisdom. And it's honoring the great teacher that's leading and guiding you, that bigger thing than you, that great divine presence. All right, so on your next inhale, we'll chant. Om Inhale. Guru Dev Namo. And inhale. Om Namo Guru Dev Namo. And one more time. Om Namo Guru Dev Namo. Just stay right here for just one more moment. I think it's also funny that Heather sent that Wicked is coming out, and we're going to channel some Queen energy. I feel like there are witches and queens. Also, I got Belinda, just by the way. I don't know if you're surprised by that. All right, so just stay right here for just a moment. All I want you to do is shift one hand to your belly and one hand to your heart. Okay, so still sitting up nice and tall. Don't change anything else. Just put one hand on your belly, one hand on your heart. Doesn't matter which one. And as you're breathing here, I want you to imagine that breath rising as you inhale from your root. The breath is rising all the way to your crown. And it's this golden light that you're pulling with your inhale up from your root all the way to your crown. And as you exhale, allow that light to shower down and around you. So as we're practicing today, what I want us to be tuned into is this idea that our presence is our power. So when we become present, when we tune in, that's where your power lies. It's not in planning for the future. It's not in rethinking the past and what you said and what you should have done and what you're going to do next time. It's right here. See that light, feel that light, draw it up from your root to your crown. Exhale and let it shower down and around you. My presence is the source of my strength and my power. Come back to this presence and set the intention to come back to that queen energy that lives right here in the present with you. One last inhale, just hold it at the top. Connect to that root lock. So pull up at your pelvic floor, pull back at your belly button. Feel that strength in those lower three chakras. Pull the energy all the way to the third eye. Exhale when you need to. And we're going to come into cat-cow. All right. Here we go. So we're going to do a couple little spinal warm-ups so that we can activate our energy and start getting that queen aura, right? All right, so in cat-cow, we want to be tabletop position, all right? And those hands are underneath the shoulders, knees are underneath the hips. And in Kundalini, we are oftentimes pairing our movement with our breath because the breath is the powerful mover of the energy, right? So we're going to open the channel of the spine as we're moving, and then that breath is going to start moving and shifting that energy for us, all right? So as you inhale, you're going to take your head back, and you're going to drop your belly button towards the floor just as much as works for your body. You're going to exhale, pull that spine up, and round that belly button up. All right, so as you're moving here, let me get some music for us. As you're moving here, connected to that pelvic floor, connected to that third eye gaze. Exhaling and inhaling, finding your rhythm. Bringing your energy back to yourself, calling it back with your breath. All those thoughts that are running through your mind, we're going to leave the thought space behind. We're going to come into the body. We're going to use your breath to do that. So allow the thoughts to keep moving. They're going to keep on moving. You're going to keep calling your attention back to the body. You're going to keep calling your attention back to the third eye. You're going to keep calling your attention back to that pelvic floor as you draw up. And you're going to find your rhythm. And it might be faster and it might be slower. But you want to use that breath. Use it to shift. Use it to open this central channel. This is the big mover of energy, and it's what's going to impact your aura, your electromagnetic field. When this channel is clear and powerful and moving, that is a felt energy that allows your presence to come through. All right, we're going to go for about 10 more seconds. So if you feel the need to go a little faster, do it. Check in with your body. What do you need? What feels good? Let your wise and powerful body take over. Last inhale. I want you to pause in that inhale. Draw up at the pelvic floor. Pull back at your belly button. Third eye gaze. Hold it, hold it, hold it. Exhale when you need. Right back into child's pose. Just slide those hands forward. If you need a block or anything like that to set your head, your forehead on, we want to come to all the way resting on the earth. So it's always perfect if you need to bring the earth to you. Just relax here. And notice how your energy is already starting to shift, starting to move. Allow those breaths to be full and complete. Beautiful. All right, all you're going to do is sit yourself back on your heels to where you're sitting now in what's called rock pose. If this is not comfortable, because sometimes it's not, you can grab a pillow or a bolster and you can sit your hips up on it. You can also put a blanket underneath your ankles if your ankles are a little bony and that feels like it doesn't feel good. You can also sit in easy pose for this. That's also just fine. All right, so these are spinal flexes. And this is going to start, again, we're moving through that central column, but now I want you to focus more on the space at your heart, all right? As you inhale, that heart space is going to come forward, really open up, bring the shoulders back, right? As you exhale, you're going to round those shoulders around your spine, bring the heart space back, but keep it lifting, okay? So it's still up. Head is going to stay right where it is on this one. So unlike cat-cow, we're not taking the head forward and back. It's going to stay nice and level, all right? So you're going to go ahead and start moving through this again. If third eye gaze is for you, that feels good. Focusing there, that third eye point is going to allow you to keep drawing the energy up the spine. It's also going to help you still your thoughts. Those thoughts are racing. That's how it is to live in the world, right? So we've got to work to bring ourselves back to presence, back to the body. The body contains the wisdom. I was telling Pepper about this yesterday. I'm like, Your heart cannot lie to you. Your body cannot lie to you. Your brain can. It's been trained to protect you. And so sometimes your truth is going through the filter of that brain and it's not coming out as your truth, right? So we got to tune back into the body, let the body speak. Open that heart space as you come forward. Powerful exhale as you round back and let that energy move up the spine. Call your energy back into yourself. You've got about 15 seconds. Keep pulling up from the pelvic floor. Don't let that energy leak out the bottom. One last inhale forward, hold it, lift that chest, shoulders are down, third eye gaze, pull up at the pelvic floor, hold it. Powerful exhale through the mouth. Just relax. Sit up nice and tall. Hands are just grounded down on those thighs or those knees. Just breathe. Tune into your energy. In these practices, you call your energy home, you wake your energy up. You're starting to build relationship with your energy, to understand it, to feel it, to know its essence. This book I've been listening to on Audible, it's called Frequency, and she talks about your home frequency. And it's this idea that your soul and your essence, while yes, you are a piece of the divine, right? That you're the hologram, they say, of the divine, that you have everything in you. You still have a particular frequency, right? And it's just yours. And it's this beautiful expression that no one else ever has had, right? And so this practice is a way that you call back your home frequency and you start to tune in and you hear it, right? All right, so we're gonna go to seated easy pose. And if seated easy pose is not easy, then you're gonna make it easy. So you can sit yourself up on a bolster to make this one easier. Oh yeah. Kelly's frying by the heater. We had hot yoga today. All right. So the idea is make yourself comfortable on the bottom half. We're going to be doing spinal twists. So we've been working this central channel, right? Wake it up with the cat-cows, move it up into that big heart space. So now what we're doing, you're going to really think about solidifying nice, strong foundation. So feel your roots into the earth as you're sitting, right? Then that belly button is gonna get strong. So I want you to think about those abdominal muscles as like really building a base for you here. Those three lower chakras, those are your physical plane chakras, right? It's like got to be strong in the physical plane. All right. Then we get to the heart. It's the bridge to the upper chakras. And these are the more spiritual, ethereal. So we want big and open up here. So really strong all the way to the belly button, right? Feel it. All right, there we are. Then you're going to grab at the shoulders, keep that chest open because we want to open up. Okay. All right. And what you're going to do here is you're going to inhale to the left and you're going to exhale to the right. And you're going to, again, find your rhythm, use your breath to start moving that energy up and create this big, expansive space in those upper chakras. All right, now as you're twisting here, you're probably going to find that you start to open more space. So don't force it, right? Queens don't force. Queens are in their space. They are there with what is. They are present. They're knowing. They are wise. And they're going to use their tools to open up more space. All right, so use your breath. Keep drawing up from the root So that pelvic floor is engaged. You're nice and strong. Queens have strong foundation. All right, and that heart space is open. Queens have big, big hearts. Inhale, exhale. Moving at a pace that's moving and working that energy. So if you start out slow, that's perfect. Explore how it feels to move a little faster. Again, use that breath to guide you. Let that body take over. Blowing out thoughts, blowing out tension. Let it release here. Keep drawing the energy up with that third eye gaze. Stay focused. You got about 10 seconds here. Move that energy. Last inhale, find center, hold. Pull up at the root, pull back at the belly button, open chest, third eye gaze. Hold it, hold it, hold it, squeeze. Now you're going to hold this position, but blow out your mouth. Powerful exhale. Stay here. Inhale again. Draw up from the root, pull back at your belly button. Take your tongue, push it into the roof of your mouth. Third eye gaze, hold it. Stay here, powerful exhale. One more time, deep inhale. Everything draws up. Pull your belly button back, lift that chest, lift with that third eye gaze. Push into the roof of your mouth, hold it. Powerful exhale. Take your pointer finger and your thumb. You're going to connect those. Flip your palms and just put those on your knees or your thighs, wherever they land. Just sit and breathe. Relax those shoulders, relax that jaw. Connect to your energy. If you're feeling any shaking or vibration, just let it happen. That's a release point. So there's nothing wrong with you. If you're feeling a little shake here after that work, that's the body's natural release process. So just try to relax into it and breathe. Beautiful work. All right, we're going to stay right here. I'm actually going to go ahead and lift my hips a little bit just because it's more comfy. We're going to do shoulder shrugs. So same bottom half, unless you want to make yourself more comfy. Your hands are just kind of chilling here. Really don't worry too much if your hands are moving as you're doing this. But the shoulders, right, this is where my focus is going to be. So as I inhale, I'm going to draw the shoulders up, and I'm going to really squeeze up as much as I can. As I exhale, I'm going to drop them down. All right, so it's an inhale, exhale. Get strong in the lower half, moving that energy up and into the throat, right? So if you know about the throat chakra, it's a lot of truth, expression, say what you need to say, right? And a queen has to have an open throat, right? And I know for me personally, that's where a lot of my work lies, is in that throat. All right, people-pleasing behavior, be gone. Okay, so here we go. Inhale, exhale. Connect to that strength in those lower three chakras. Keep drawing that energy up with your third eye gaze. Keep focus in the body. If the thoughts come, let them come. And use the breath to just blow them on away and keep connected to the body and the energy of the body. We meet resistance in some of these poses. What we're doing is we're releasing some of those limiting beliefs that are stored in your actual body. I can't do this. I'm not strong enough, right? When is it over? Those are limiting beliefs. Your body is strong and wise. And with your breath and your energy behind it, you can overcome all of that. So let those thoughts come, see them, say how interesting, and come on back to the breath. All right, you're almost there. If you got it in, you go a little faster. Push if you can, if it feels good and right. Last inhale, hold, pull up. Everything pulls up, root lock in, belly button back, third eye gaze. Hold it, hold it, hold it. Powerful exhale, release. Again, connect that pointer finger and thumb. And just breathe. Listen for your truth. Get interested about what's happening in your body. Beautiful job. Only thing that you're going to do, you're going to stay everything exactly the same. As you inhale, you're going to turn your head to the left. As you exhale, you're going to turn your head to the right. And this one, go nice and slow. There's no rush here. This is the idea of opening fully that throat channel, allowing that energy to come fully up and into the third eye space. So keep the focus at that third eye and feel the expansiveness, the energy around your head, around your body. Your energy does not stop at your physical body. There's more. There's so much more to you than that. Keeping those shoulders dropped, keeping that chest lifted. Feel that queen energy coming online. In our last inhale, you're going to find center point. Hold for a moment at the top. Light draw up at the pelvic floor. Just feel your power radiating through. Exhaling when you need to. Beautiful work. All right. Already feeling very open, very queen. Okay, so before we jump into the actual Kriya, we're going to do a little tiny stretch pose, because stretch pose for me is like, let's light the fire, right? And so if we're going to be working with our aura, and not, again, don't think of it like I'm putting up my walls and you can't come into my, but it's like, I've claimed my space. And if you're going to come into my space, Kelly, you're going to come in with a certain energy, okay? Okay, there we go. That's it, right? It's the boundary of, I love you, but I'm also going to take care of myself. And if you're going to come in here, these are the rules. Take your shoes off, right? That's what Heather's mom says. All right, so for stretch pose, and explaining for anyone who's never done it before, and it's good for all of us to remember, it's mostly about this pranic pump. So we call our belly button, our navel point, the pranic pump. Prana is life force energy. Prana rides on your breath. So if my heart pumps blood, my navel pumps prana, or life force energy. All right, so this is like stoking that internal fire that lives at your belly. So when you're back all the way down, lying down, right, you've got a little bit of a space underneath that low back. That's a natural curvature of your spine. As soon as I engage my abdominals and drive my belly button into the floor, right? I kind of I rotate my hips, right? Slightly posteriorly. I take my hips and I drive them into the floor. I drive my belly button into the floor. As soon as I do that, my abdominals are engaged, right? If that was all I did for stretch pose, if I stayed everything the same, legs down, head down, and I just drove my belly button into the floor, engage my abdominals, and do breath of fire, I've got it, all right? So that's one way to do this. You can also add an alternating leg lift as you do it. You can add both legs lifted throughout. You can add head lifted, right? You can also leave legs down and just lift your head. So there's so many ways to do this. What's important is that pranic pump. All right, so we use breath of fire for this one. It's that powerful exhale through the nose, okay? You'll find your pace, okay? I'm going to set the timer for a minute, but what's important here is you and your body and what you need. So if you need to relax down at any point, reset the breath, perfect, all right? This is about your fire and what you need. Okay, so we're all down. Go ahead and engage into the position that you want. Get really tight in the body, and you're going to start that breath of fire through the nose, powerful exhales. You're looking at the toes, looking at the navel, or you can even close your eyes down and do that third eye gaze. Pull up at the pelvic floor. Pulling up at the pelvic floor is going to draw that energy up through and into the fire. What do you need to release? What's in the way of your queen energy? Pull that up out of those lower chakras. Burn it in that fire. You've got about 25 seconds. Keep pushing, pulling up, pull up that dense energy that's stuck down there that doesn't serve you. Burn it into that fire. Pull it up. Keep going. You got 12 seconds. Feel the openness of your heart. You've got 4, 3, 2. Big inhale, hold. Pull up, pull up, pull up. Exhale, release. Just let that energy circulate, cleansing, purifying energy. Breathe and connect. I love to think about the idea that those thoughts turn into actual physical heaviness, right? And that I can burn them up. I can move them energetically to release them. And I think that's one of the reasons Kundalini for me is such a powerful practice and why I love it so much. It's like I'm using my body to change my mind, right? I'm using my breath. And it works, which is fabulous. All right, so that fire is stoked, queens. We are warrior queens now. So whatever feels good to get to a sitting position. If it feels good to roll on your spine a few times, this is actually those spinal rolls can be nice to kind of encourage, again, that energy to move up and down that spine, like kind of massaging that back body. If that doesn't feel good, there's no reason for you to do it. It's just a choice you can make. If it doesn't feel good, I just like roll to the side, come back to my seated position, and it's time. I have to take off my warm socks too, because now I'm getting hot. And I know this one's hard. This one's hard. Okay, I shouldn't say that up front. I'm going to say you're a queen. And I'm going to say you have so much more power than you think you do. And also you're never stuck in a pose. So like if you reach your push point and you're like, whoo, I need a break. That's a beautiful realization, I think, in Kundalini and in life. You have the ability to make the choice to pause and rest. We tell ourselves we can't, but it's not true. We can do that. And I think we learn it on the mat. There's so much you learn on the mat that then you bring into your life, right? All right, so these are triangle push-ups. hard in and of themselves. And then you stick your leg in the air. So I'm going to show you some variations so that it doesn't have to be super duper hard. You could do this in triangle. You could do this in tabletop position. And what you're doing, and I want to make sure I say it right, you are going to exhale down. All right, so if I'm in tabletop, right, I would take a breath. Okay, and I'm just going to bend my elbows and let them come out to the side, right? So a triangle push-up is here, okay? Now, if you want to go into the full position, you would be in more of a triangle, kind of down dog position. Your leg is going to lift up, all right? You would inhale at the top. You would exhale down, okay? Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Now, let me tell you the why behind it, because when I know the why, it makes it that much more powerful, right? If I'm just like, do triangle push-ups, I'm like, these are horrible and my arms are hurting and I want to quit now. But if I know why I'm doing it, that really helps. So you have an arc line over your head and you have an arc line right in front of your chest, right? And I don't know if this is true or not, but they say women are the only ones with the arc line in front of their chest, so that's cool. So anyway, we have this extra little power. So we're queens, and this is our front arc line here. This is about strengthening that. And again, it's not about putting a boundary up and pushing people away, but this is about how I'm claiming this space around me. And if you're going to interact with me, this is the energy that we're in, okay? So I don't know if your energy is allowed in here, right? Okay, so we're going to do about, did we do a minute last time? I think we did. All right, we're going to set it for a minute. I'm going to tell you when we get to 30 seconds. So if you've never done them before, make a goal to go to 30. But look, again, Kundalini is not about the timer. We were doing Kundalini long before timers. It's about meeting the resistance and your ego, right? And feeling your power to bring yourself through that with your breath, all right? So we're going to give it a go. All right. So find whatever position you think you'd like to try. Third eye gaze, if that works for you. If it doesn't, no worries. Starting right leg. All right, so find your position. You're going to go right leg up, right? You're inhaling at the top, and you're going to exhale down. Inhale top, exhale down. All right, thinking about that arc line, connecting to that energy. And every push, I want you to think about how you are creating an energetic space that is yours. You're cleaning out any gunk that you've picked up along the way from other people. You're cleaning up any of that heaviness, any of that cloudiness, density, and you're reclaiming this as your space. You're reclaiming this energy. You're setting the field. You got 20 seconds here. Keep breathing. 10 seconds. You can do this. Breathe. Last inhale, hold. And release it all the way down. Just sitting back in a child's pose, finding that nice, comfortable position. And breathe. Connect to your energy. Sense into your field. As you sense into that front space of your body, right? Even, are there colors? Is there movement? Is there sensation? What's waking up there for you? All right. So I used to say this when I taught fitness classes, right? And we do a single leg or single arm. It's like, dang it, I'm sorry. We have two sides of your body. We have to do the other side. All right. But again, connect to, yes, that was challenging. But once you do the challenge, you're reminded how powerful you are, right? And it's that idea again of like, I can claim my space. I can be the queen of my realm, right? All right, so left leg is going to go up this time. You're going to find that position. Connect to your inner strength. Take an inhale. As you exhale, those arms are going to bend. Inhale and exhale. You meet resistance in your body or your brain, use your breath. Make your breath more powerful when you meet resistance. Breathe it out. You got 20 seconds. You can do this. Feel into the power in that front body. Feel into your energetic realm. You've got 5 seconds. Last one. Take a deep inhale. Hold. And release. Woo, all the way down. Just relax. Breathe. Exhale any last bits of gunk or density from that front body field. Charging that front body field with purity, with life force energy, with your home frequency. Beautiful work. All right. We're going to sit up and come into easy pose. There's not anything happening on the bottom half of the body. So again, if you want to prop yourself up a little bit to make your hips comfortable, do it. All right. So this is the one. It feels a little funky, honestly, at first. And I'm going to explain again the why. So your left arm is going to come out and your right palm, let me stay with left. Okay. Left arm is out and that palm is facing to the right. All right. So, okay. Go ahead and take your right arm and extend it so the palms are facing each other. Okay. Now, you're going to flip your right palm and face it also to the right. So now both palms are facing right. Feels funky, right? Okay. Now it's going to feel even funkier because you're going to take your right arm and you're going to go underneath the left. And then that right palm is going to kind of interlace those left fingers. So now you've kind of, it's like your right palm is hugging your left. Both palms are facing to the right. And those fingers are interlaced. All right. So this is the arm position. All right. Once you've got it, you can relax it down and I'll explain the why. All right. The interlacing of the fingers is going to close your circuit. So anytime we lace fingers, it's this idea of this is now the circuit of energy is running just through me. Okay. So the idea here is this is my energy bubble and my energy circuit. So that's the interlacing fingers. Now, the left palm is leading the way. All right, as we're moving to the right. And the idea of moving to the right is moving into the future. If my left palm is leading, that's supposed to signify my intuition, my inner guidance, right? I'm leading with that. My right palm is more about, or my right side is more about drive, right? Determination. I'm not leading with that, right? So again, it's this idea of the queen. We don't want to be the manipulative, controlling, conniving, pushing queen, forceful queen. We want the queen who is centered in her home frequency, allowing that and this to lead, right? Heart and third eye, heart and third eye. So as you're moving this exercise today, keep connecting heart space, third eye space, heart space, third eye space, okay? So as you inhale, those arms are going to come up to about 60. So somewhere in here, I'm terrible with the degrees. They always say degrees in Kundalini, and I'm like, is this 45 or 60 or 90? What are we doing? All right. So just coming up as you inhale, exhaling back to the heart space. So again, I want to kind of, I didn't point this out last week, and it's kind of just now, it's an epiphany I'm having. You're really moving the hands and the arms through the third eye heart space. Mm-hmm. I didn't even think about that until just now. Huh, look at us go. All right. So you're going to close the eyes down, relax the shoulders. All right. Find that pelvic floor engagement. I'll find my timer so we don't do this forever. All right. And you're going to inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Cleaning out any density, any thought patterns, any emotional gunk right through that heart and that third eye space, allowing you to lead with clarity, lead with focus, lead with openness of the heart, wisdom of the third eye, truth, right? Throat contains the truth. You're moving through these three very powerful chakras. And if I'm thinking of a queen and the queen that I want to be, right? I want to be a heart-led queen. I want to be a queen that seeks and speaks the truth. I want to be a queen that leads with wisdom, right? Keep moving that breath. Keep drawing that energy up with that third eye gaze. Building tension in those shoulders. Breathe through it. You're almost there. You got about 10 seconds. Make it powerful. Clean through that field, building that circuit that's just for you. Last one, inhale all the way up. Hold, draw up through the pelvic floor, pull back at the belly button, draw that energy all the way to the crown of the head. As you exhale, release those hands, fan those fingers down and around through your field. Beautiful. Connecting that pointer finger and thumb, sitting up nice and tall. Feel the whispers of that queen energy. Maybe it's not a whisper anymore. Maybe it's nice and loud, but just tuning in. That energy lives in your body and is always accessible. The only time it's not accessible is when our nervous systems are dysregulated. And that is where most of the population is living. So, of course, the story becomes one of fear and panic and doubt. Of course it does. But that's not the true story. That's just the story when we're dysregulated. And where we're meant to live is in this state of regulation. And every time you come here, you are reprogramming regulation, home frequency, clarity, truth. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. All right. So there's only one more piece. So this Kriya, it's challenging, but it is short. The actual Kriya is just the triangle push-ups, that last one that we did, and now these arm swings. And then we're gonna wrap it up with some nice, yummy things. So arm swings. This time, both arms are extended forward, parallel to the ground, and palms are facing inward. All right, so it's like you're gonna clap your hands, right? So, but that would be a weird clap if you did like that. All right, because both arms are straight. All right, so you're gonna be here as you. Maybe I'm sure I did this right. As you inhale, this time the arms come back. All right, so you're kind of sweeping through your field now, as if, like, again, if you're in this bubble, right? You're kind of clearing it. Now, you could think of this in some different ways, right? If you're like, I still feel some energy hanging on me, I'm like chewing it out, right? Or maybe you're kind of like, no, I'm feeling pretty clear now. I'm like infusing my bubble, right? So you can think lots of different things, but this is you cleaning, clearing, infusing, right, your space. All right. So it's inhale back, exhale forward. Again, nice and strong through those lower three chakras. So that's just going to be engaged at the pelvic floor. Pull the belly button back. Third eye gaze if that feels good. And we're going to move. Now, again, you're going to find your pace. And remember, the most important thing here is that powerful breath. So don't focus too much on like, are my arms going back far enough, whatever. But it's that powerful exhale. Move that energy up and through. Draw energy to you with that inhale. Stay connected to that navel pump. As you exhale, feel that belly button draw back powerfully to move that energy up and through. Whatever pace is your natural pace, that is the right pace for you. Keep meeting resistance with your breath. Keep drawing the energy up to the third eye with that third eye gaze. Almost there, about 10 seconds. Inhale, both arms all the way up. Reach for the sky. I want you to envision a column of light coming down through those hands, enveloping your body, rising with that energy. Exhale those fingers down and around through your field. Feel through your field. Pausing here at the bottom, just ground down. Put both palms on your knees or your thighs. And just sit in your energy. Beautiful. All right, we are going to seal your energy field. So if rock pose feels good, coming into rock pose, again, remember, you can always put blankets under your ankles or sit on a bolster, whatever feels good. So again, this electromagnetic field, right? It's something that, we can measure. It's something that you can sense into, right? Anytime that you are in a public place or you're with another person, right? And you're like sensing energy without them saying anything. It's like, that's something you're intuitively doing. And it's a gift we all have. All right. So we're going to think of ourselves like little or big. We're big candles. We're candles, right? As you inhale, your arms are going to sweep through your field and they're going to meet over your head, all right? And this is your candle at, when it's lit over your head and you're drawing that energy up, right? So as those hands come up, you're drawing that energy up. You're going to meet at the top. You're going to pause for just a moment. And then you're going to turn your palms out and fan them back down as you exhale, all right? Now, you're not going to say it out loud, but what you're going to do is as you rise up with those palms, you're going to think the word Sat. And as you press those palms down through your field, you're going to think the word Nam. So Sat means truth. Nam means name. So you are saying, right, as you're working through your field with your hand chakras, right, you're sweeping through your field, you are saying this space is a space of truth. This space, and truth and love, right? Love has to have truth. And truth has to have love. And so for me, anytime like Satnam is about loving truth, right? It's like truth is love and love is truth. So you're this bubble of truth and love. And as you come up, you're going to think Sat. As you come down, you're going to think Nam. All right. Third eye gaze, pelvic floor engagement. It's just long, slow, deep breath as you come up. envisioning your candle lit at the top, pausing for just a moment at the top, feeling that energy, and then sweeping back through as you think Nam, moving nice and slow. Feeling the energy around you. That's your energy. Again, we're getting to know what that home frequency feels like. Maybe what it looks like. Maybe you're getting some colors. Maybe you're getting some sounds, right? Just tune into whatever's coming for you. Maybe it's just a feeling of peace. Maybe it's a feeling of bliss. Maybe it's calm. Whatever is happening for you, just trust that it's on perfect divine timing. Maybe you're still clearing out some thoughts or some heavy emotions. All of it is perfect. Your body can't make a mistake, so just trust it. Keep drawing yourself back with that third eye gaze. Sometimes in Kundalini, when I get really still, I can hear some pop up fearful thoughts, right? And it's like, wait, I thought I was supposed to be feeling better. Why are these scary thoughts coming up? Right. But again, it's like, no, they're coming up for you to breathe through and release and come back to the body. The body is a place of safety. It's meant to be a place of safety. The brain will pull us into fear. Keep coming back to your powerful, wise body. We're going to take one more inhale to the top. Wherever you are, just find your last inhale. And you're going to pause there. Draw up from the pelvic floor. Pull the belly button back. Feel the power in those lower three chakras. See your candle lit. Feel the crown space above you. When you're ready, just exhale one last time through that field. Beautiful. All right. With as little transition as possible, just make yourself comfy on the bottom half. So if that means seated easy pose, if that means stay in rock pose, whatever feels good. And what I want you to do, again, you can just keep those eyes closed down in third eye gaze, okay? And you're just going to take your hands in front of your heart space as if you were holding like a dodgeball size ball. I don't know why dodgeball is what came to my mind. A basketball. All right. So you're holding a basketball, pretend basketball in front of your heart space. All right. You got your third eye gaze. Now I want you to start focusing all of your attention on the space between your palms. And just notice what you notice. And now what I want you to do is as you inhale, imagine you're pulling a golden light down through your crown and into your heart. And as you exhale, that golden light runs out your arms and into your palms and into this ball of energy that you're holding right at your heart space. So draw that energy down through the crown into your heart on the inhale. Exhale that light, that golden light out your palms and into the energy ball on the exhale. Just stay here and stay focused. One more time, deep breath. Now, just take that ball, okay, and just kind of work with that ball for just a little bit. You're just going to kind of move your palms a little, see if you can feel around that energy. Nice infused orb of energy. Now, you're going to take this orb of energy and you're going to crown yourself the queen of your energy field. So I want you to take this orb and you're going to lift it up to the crown of your head. And you're going to place that orb, your halo, right there, your crown right there. Set it. Release those hands away. Connect your pointer finger and your thumb. And I want you to meditate on that space, that crown of your head. Feel that energy at the crown of your head. Feel that energy crowning your aura, your electromagnetic field, and feel how that energy is radiating down and around you. Powerful, pure, strong, truth energy, love energy. That's what you welcome in your field. All right, beautiful work. You're going to come lying all the way down. You did it. You did all of the things. And now it's relax time. So make yourself super comfortable. You're going to lie all the way flat. If a bolster feels good, like under your knees, or if you want to put it under your head, make yourself comfortable. All right. This is the integration. This is where we allow the energy that we've moved to release on out. Right. This is like, you know, if you lift weights, you don't get stronger in the workout. You get stronger in the recovery, right? So this is the same idea. You've moved, you've shifted, you've built, you've broken down. Integrate. All right, so completely relax. You can spread those legs just a little bit. So you're kind of like about shoulder width apart, right? And let those arms come out from the body just a little bit. Palms are up and just breathe. If you're noticing any moving thoughts still, again, just keep bringing yourself back to breath. Keep bringing yourself back to that third eye gaze if that's working for you. Bring yourself back to that energy that's moving through your body and shifting. Stay right where you are. Just keep breathing. See if you can sense not only the energy in your body, but sense into the field around you. Maybe it feels like a hum, some movement, some sensation, just some knowing of the space around you. Feeling your radiance, your wholeness, your connection to both the human space and the spirit space. Feeling your powerful queen energy At the same time, your humbleness, you are both and. Knowing you are safe in your light. Knowing you are steady in your truth. Knowing you are the queen of your energy. And on these last few breaths, you can say to yourself, I am light. I am truth. I am power. I am grace. I am divine love. All right. As you're coming back into this space, just being gentle with yourself, right? So whatever feels good, rolling those wrists a little bit, rotating at the ankle, lifting a leg, pulling your knees into your chest, do a little rock, right? So whatever feels good to kind of wake yourself back up, doing it gently, doing it slowly. All right. So all that we're going to do is tune out and seal this practice with one long sat nam. So it's one breath. So you take a big inhale and you're going to hold sat. So it's sat nam. All right. So again, truth is my name. And again, it's this idea of like everything I'm moving forward in, right? It's all about like truth and love. And you know that doesn't mean love and light all the time. That means like what is true is the most loving thing I can do, and you know that does the least harm for all. So sometimes it's setting a boundary and saying no, that's not going to work, right? All right. So prayer pose or just at the heart space to center yourself, whatever feels good. We'll take a couple of deep breaths just seated here, so you can ground into this seated position. Giving gratitude to yourself for showing up, creating space for yourself, gratitude for all the wisdom that your body has given you. All right, and we'll take our inhale here. Sat Nam. right, I'm gonna stop record.
Okay. And we'll see how we're doing over here. Let's see, manage recording. Stop.